'tis the season for alterations, and just making sure that when you're transitioning from whatever season it is, that it's a really great time to give your clothing a once-over, see if anything needs to be altered, fixed, etc.
This video is brought to you by our patrons and all those who have purchased from the Inspired by Nikki store. Thank you. I want to welcome you if you are new and hope you will consider subscribing to be inspired daily to make the everyday beautiful.
Ideally, I think that we would do this at the end of a season so that we can make sure anything that we've had gets fixed. That way we're packing clothes away that are good to go for the next season. But I know it's like at the end of a season, you're just ready to be done with some of your clothing and moving on to the next. Well, today I want to share with you that for one of the first times, I have actually gotten a dress altered to where it can just fit me the way that it should. I got a dress last year around, I don't know if it was at the end of fall or the beginning of winter, but it was a dress for the winter. Let me show it to you. So this dress that I got last year was one of my favorite dresses at the end of the season. I really like the cut of this. I went a bit outside of my comfort zone in picking this piece because of the plaid and just because it was a really dark color, but I loved it so much. And one of the things that I had to compromise on was the size. And that was because they were sold out of my size, and then I sized up. But when I was reading the description, it said to size up if you're between sizes because this item does not have any stretch to it. So I'm glad that I did, but there are a couple of things that I wanted to change about it. I really needed the belt line lifted. It didn't hit me right, and I wish that I would have taken a video of it before, but I have past videos of me wearing this dress and you can see that it just doesn't, there's something a little bit off with it, and it was because it kind of sagged right here. And so I find that when I size up, as when I did with my coat, that was an issue, right? That it looked like it didn't hit me at the right place in where the waist was. And so if you do get something altered, making sure that the waist hits at the proper place will make all the difference when it comes to the fit of your clothing. So I went to a dressmaker actually, and she did the alterations for me. She brought this up. I really like the line that this has on it now and where it hits me. Even if I don't put this belt over it, it would look beautiful just as is. It doesn't really even need a belt. But this does have a belt with it, which I think is really nice. That's one of the things that I like about this dress right here, and a lot of the dresses that I've been getting, especially for going into the fall and winter months. I just think a belt makes a dress look so pulled together and elegant. So I do search for dresses with belts, with matching ones, and I really love when they put the belt loops in it that are not just the string, right? When it's more substantial, that's what I really like about them. So anyway, I like the V in the back, especially when you have a higher neckline. To have something like that just makes it look very beautiful and elegant, in my opinion. The only thing I would say about this dress is that the edging, you know, where the hem kind of folds over, it doesn't lay as nicely. So having either a lining on the inside would be really nice, but maybe that'll be something that I will have my seamstress do at some point. But other than that, this dress is just perfect now. Something else that she did was take it in right here, because it was kind of poofy right here, and that was because I sized up. So I wanted the I'm not sure, I didn't really look exactly what she did, if she took it in at the darting or if she just took it in at the sides. When she measured me for it and kind of pinned everything up. She did take it in at the sides. So I'm not quite ready to take this out for fall yet. I feel that it is more of a winter dress. So maybe nearing the end of fall, around Thanksgiving time, I will definitely take this out. But that is something that I really wanted to share, was how altering something that maybe you had to size up for, but it doesn't fit you right in all the right places, getting it altered is well worth the money, worth the investment to do that, because then you will enjoy that piece for years to come. I have another subscriber's closet that I'm really looking forward to sharing with you, so please stay tuned till the end to see that. Something else that I had altered, which I told all of you when I sized my normal size in this coat, fit me just right. The only thing that I didn't care for about it was the collar. I felt that the collar was really wide, like it just, I didn't care for how big it was, and then therefore it just made my head look that much smaller, I felt. So making this collar smaller, instead of, I think it went out like that, about 2 inches. She took that off, and my seamstress did an amazing job. She actually had to go in through the coat. I don't even want to know how it all, because I'm sure it was a lot of work to do that. I'm just so thankful and grateful that she was able to do this for me. I tried it on and I absolutely love it now. So whenever there's just that one little thing, if it's something that you can fix and change, I think that it would just make a huge difference for you in whether or not you are going to reach for that item or just think, maybe next time. Now this is something that I would completely want to wear all the time, and I just want it to cool down so that I can actually wear this trench coat. But this is a wonderful piece for those really chilly fall evenings or mornings, having something that you can just throw on like a trench coat. Also making sure that my trench coats or whatever coats that I have are longer than the dress that I have is now something that I'm really adamant about having. So that's something that I do look for, is a really good coat, a really good trench coat. They just tie everything together, and especially because when you have something on over, you want it to be, just have a look all its own. And especially when something is tailored to you, it really does make the difference. With fall right around the corner, I love bringing in different colors that I have not been wearing over the spring and summertime. So this dress right here, which is a Gal Meets Glam dress, this is one that is always fun to wear because I love the pattern of it, but that monochromatic look that it has, that's something that is really beautiful to me. But then also this dress right here, which I wore a lot in the winter time, but I think that it's a really great fall color as well. This dress I got from Top Vintage, and it is so nice. And did I get it from Top Vintage or Unique Vintage? Oh no, I don't know. I'll have to go back and look. I will put it down here, whatever store I did get it from. But this one is just so nice, and the make of it is, the construction of this dress is beautiful. It's nice and heavy, and there's just so much fabric here that it really lays nicely. And then it also has a beautiful neckline to it with this wide V cut. And then I have a slip that I like to wear with this dress. I've shared this in past videos. It kind of creates a little bit of a lace underlay there. That way it helps with whenever bending over, then I don't expose what I don't want to, but it just adds a really nice element to it. And I found that slip off of Amazon. I usually have that slip style linked in my description box below because it's such a beautiful slip. And they have several colors for it. I still wanted to get a couple more colors. I know that the nude one is one that's really pretty, and I haven't gotten it yet, but I wanted to. So this one has a belt, and it also has this little belt loop right here, which is nice. Oh, now I'm remembering. That dress, the plaid dress, did not have a belt loop when it came, but this one did. And yes, this one was really nice. So I'm looking forward to wearing this one again. The other thing about this one and the plaid one that I think is perfect is the 3/4 sleeve. It's not an elbow sleeve. It goes past the elbow, making it a 3/4, and that is just the sweet spot when it comes to sleeve length, in my opinion. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to wear other sleeve lengths like the cap sleeve. I think that that's cute as well. I know some really like to stay away from the cap sleeve because it's more of that youthful look, but I just like it. I like the cap sleeve even more than a tank top because I feel that it can take you to so many different places and you feel 100% comfortable without feeling like you have to put a cardigan on over it to cover your shoulders if necessary. It's just a lot more versatile, but it's great in the summertime, especially when we have, you know, triple digits here where I am. It's just nice, and we will still be getting up into those triple digits this month as well. So fall is different wherever you are. I get a lot of questions about, well, what would I wear in minus so many degrees? And you know, I'm not familiar with that because I'm only familiar with the region that I'm in and what I need to dress for. And so I'm not going to buy a lot of extra things to help other people dress in different areas just because it's not true to me and I don't want to have all of this extra stuff and have to put that extra thought into something that I really don't use. But I'm sure that there are people within whatever region you are in that, you know, still dress beautifully or dress very elegantly, but with really cold temperatures. Those would be the people that I would look to. Now, for instance, me, with having to wear things in triple digits, you know, then you would, and you still want to dress elegantly, it doesn't mean that you have to expose everything. So that's something that I hope people can take away from my channel and visiting my channel, is that even though I'm in an area that is very hot, I can still dress in an elegant way. I don't have to show everything. There's plenty left to the imagination, I feel. Now, here's another dress that I look forward to bringing back out again. This is more of that satin, and it's a wrap dress. It's very beautiful. I like to just wear this around the house, or, you know, if I'm going to be going to church or something. I do have some things that I would like done to it. This is a high-low dress. I'm not so sure I like that high-low look though. And so I may be having my seamstress straighten this out for me. And so this is a favorite of mine that I like to bring back out. And it's just one of those dresses that feels very festive. I just have so many different things coming that I am really looking forward to sharing with you, as far as different colors that I'm going to be adding to my wardrobe. So definitely stay tuned for that. And finally, something else I'm looking forward to bringing back out is this cranberry colored Gal Meets Glam dress. This has such a lovely swing to it. I just can't get enough of something like this. I think it's more of that crepe kind of feeling of a dress. It has a little bit of texture to it, but overall it's pretty smooth. It does have these string loops to keep your belt in place, but again, something that would have made it a lot better would have been loops. The color and the same fabric, I would say, as the dress would have been nice, but just the fact that it has darting and, you know, it just makes the dress, I feel. That way it's not just a straight cut. It's got that fit and flare style to it. Not a complete circle. I wouldn't say it's a complete circle skirt, but it does have that fit and flare style. And yes, the darting just makes the dress, in my opinion. So those are the dresses that I wanted to share with you today. I have another subscriber's closet to share with you today, and today's closet comes from Ada Gallant. I think it's Ada. It's Ada or Ada. Ada says, I'm only at the beginning of my journey to find my true style, so my wardrobe is not entirely me, if you know what I mean. But for the time being, I am pleased and satisfied with what I've achieved with my style and my wardrobe. Ada, I think it looks like you really know the colors that you prefer and that you want to use within your wardrobe. I think that it's great. I love just your setup and how you have everything organized. I think organization is so important, especially when you're talking about wearing those items that you have. You don't want everything shoved into a closet, you know, not having any rhyme or reason behind the way that you organize things. So this, I think, is just wonderful. Thank you so much, Ada, for sending in your pictures. Still working down my list, but something else that I wanted to ask those of you who would like to share that I'm going to be switching over to pretty soon is going to be vanities or dressing tables. If you have a vanity or dressing table, I would love to just see, you know, a shot of it, and then also some up close shots of different things of how you dress your dressing table. And also, if you have any clothing that you need to get tailored or just altered in any way, please let me know in the comments below if you plan on doing that, especially after this video. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye, everyone.